Here's your WNEM TV5 News Update.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Colette Boyd. Here's a look at the top stories we're following today. Democratic Washtenaw County Prosecutor Eli Savage announcing his campaign for the 2026 Michigan Attorney General race. Well, he was elected as a Washtenaw County prosecuting attorney back in 2020 and was re-elected in 2024. He established the county's integrity and expungement unit that gave over 1,000 residents who met the requirements a chance to clear old records. And he joins fellow Democrat attorney Mark Totten, who announced his candidacy in April. At this time, no Republicans have entered the race. Current Attorney General Dana Nessel is facing term limits and is unable to run for re-election. Well, inflation is slowing more than expected in April, despite building tariff-related price pressures. Consumer prices rose 0.2% last month. That's according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. That brings the annual inflation rate to 2.3%. It's the lowest annual rate since February of 2021. Now, despite the better news, it may not last long. Some experts believe that tariff-related price adjustments will likely make their presence felt in the next few months. Well, U.S. egg prices, they fall for the first time in months, but remain near record highs. Egg prices fell last month after setting records at the start of the year. That's according to government data. Now, the Consumer Price Index released today showed the average price for a dozen grade A eggs. They dropped to $5.12 in April. It was the first month-to-month decline in egg prices since October of 2024. In March, U.S. egg prices had climbed to a record $6.23 per dozen. Now here's Diane with your first alert forecast.
We had some morning rainfall and a little bit of a lull by lunchtime, but the afternoon we're still checking radar for pop-up showers and thunderstorms. The summer setup is going to keep us with a rainy looking forecast here through the weekend, even into the weekend, but the coverage is not necessarily widespread. We're still sitting between the isolated and scattered zones as we go through today and tomorrow. Thursday evening is going to be our best chance for picking up on some of that rainfall, some storms even, but as we go into Friday and Saturday, it becomes low to even isolated, which is what we want to see because now that it's warm, we start to have outdoor plans on the weekends. Now, in the latest hour by hour, you'll see that we still have the cloud cover hanging around, but into the afternoon, that green starts to bubble and brew here, and that's going to continue to be very spotty. So some of us may be able to make it through the afternoon with no rainfall, but just know with that moisture hanging around, we still have some lingering showers as we head and get up out of bed Wednesday, go to work and school. Into the afternoon, we'll still be watching for some pop-up showers and storms, but still spotty coverage. Some may pick up rain, others may not. Going into Thursday, a little bit of a quieter start to the day, but we will find that we have a line of showers and storms that start to arrive around midnight. Now, the timing is going to be crucial here. If we have that late arrival of about midnight, we start to lose some energy, and that may hurt this line as it comes through. You can see it fades and kind of breaks apart a little bit. All severe weather concerns would be on the table with this one, and it should exit before we even get up out of bed then going into Friday morning. For our severe weather threat, you can see we do have that slight risk through a good chunk of mid-Michigan, and mainly what we would be watching for would be some damaging winds. Hail would also be on the table, and there is still that low isolated tornado chance within that wind field. In the next 7 days, though, we will be watching for our temperatures to be summer-like here with mid to upper 70s, and then 60s arrive for the weekend. Though we do have the wet weather here during the work week, we're going to try to dry out that weekend, so keep an eye to your first alert forecast if you have plans.
Remember to tune into WNEM TV5 on air and online 24/7 for the latest news, weather, and information.